Hi there, my name is Sarah and I'm a technology librarian with Charleston County Public Library. Have you ever wanted to set up a blog but you're just not sure where to get started? Well, in today's tech video, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to choose a platform to set up your blog, as well as work through an example of setting one up. So let's go ahead and get started. So your blog can be about anything you want, you just have to find the right platform for you. There are many platforms available to host your blog, and some free options include WordPress, Tumblr, as well as Blogger. WordPress would be my top suggestion, and that's actually what we're on right now as an example. And it comes with an easy-to-use system to build your blog, many templates to choose from, and tutorials to walk you through the steps. Some steps to take when you're starting out your blog are to choose a platform, right? Find out which one is best for you and which one you'll feel most comfortable using. It's really just a personal preference when it comes down to it. You're going to want to understand domain names and ownership. So on a platform like WordPress, your domain name will look something like this: sarah-the-tech-librarian.wordpress.com. Because you're hosting your blog on a company site like WordPress, you don't get a free domain name. You can pay for domain names, but that's an entirely different topic in its own. Then you need to create original content, right? Your blog needs to consist of original content that you've created yourself for your audience to see. And stay up to date, right? If you're wanting to gain an audience, if that's the goal of your blog, consistency in posting your blog posts will be the #1 factor in making this happen. You can completely set up a wonderful blog, but you need to put the content out on the blog for it to stay up to date. So let's work through an example with WordPress. Go to wordpress.com, and here is what it's going to look like. And we're going to set up a free account. There are different accounts that you can pay for through WordPress, but you can also just get started with a free one. So to get started, I'm going to go up to the top corner, and you're going to need to create a WordPress account. You can do this a few different ways. You can create an account using your Google login, your Apple login, or just your email address. You can create a WordPress account that way. After you create your account, the first step is going to be to create a domain name. And because this is a free one, it's going to be that, like I said earlier, .wordpress.com. So I'm going to go ahead and create a domain name. And you can do it for free if it is available as Sarah the Tech Librarian 1.wordpress.com. You can select the free option. You can pay directly through, like I said earlier, but that is up to you, and I want to give you free options to use. So I'm going to go ahead and select this one. And I am just going to start with a free site, right? You don't actually have to pay for these premium options. They do give you some features, but this is all about a free option to host your blog on. WordPress is great about setting up tutorials and step-by-step instructions on how to do your site, right? So here is kind of the behind the scenes of what you'll be looking at when you create a WordPress site. And your site setup goes through all of these basic steps to get you started. And over here on this side, you have a bunch of different features that you can use with your blog. You can find stats about who is looking at your blog, organize your posts, media that you might upload to use as content on your blog, and so on. But when you first start out, this is what you're going to want to use. And you're just going to get started. First, it wants you to name your site. And you'll put in the information here. And that, Sarah the Tech Librarian's blog example. And you'll always want to save, and what's really nice about WordPress is it gives you these pop-up features. And you can do more custom, like set your time zone as well. And after you start doing these things, it's really nice about these pop-ups. So return to your page. So check, we named our site. Now let's edit our homepage. And that is why WordPress is my #1 suggestion, is because it does have these tutorials for you like this that I found are really easy to use. So you can start a tour, and it will give you directions on about how everything is set up in block style for you to edit. You can add new blocks for new content to organize your blog. It also has a toolbar that's kind of similar to Microsoft Word or any Microsoft products if you're familiar with those. And how to find more settings, right? Always look for that gear icon. It's a pretty universal symbol, luckily, so it is easier for us to find. And so it's really great to walk through all these steps when you start your own blog. And then now, everything is editable. Everything you can change. You can get rid of things, delete things, and you can choose from different templates as well. So this is just the first one that was chosen here, but you can also change those. And there's some great editors as well on the side, features that will be great for you to get to know. And you'll always want to update and save as well, so you can keep up with your most recent changes on your blog. And to access your blog's homepage, you'll always look for this WordPress symbol up here, and they call it your dashboard, excuse me. And then it'll want you to confirm your email address as well before you can continue editing the rest of your site. WordPress is something that's pretty easy to use and handle as well for your blog post content. So go ahead and see if it's the right option for you. With editing your site, I mentioned themes, and if you're on your dashboard for editing your site, you're going to go to Appearance, and this is where you can choose from those themes. There's a bunch of different themes, so it'll tell you your current one, but you can look through all of these custom themes, different layouts that might make it a little easier and really grab your attention and your reader's attention. And there are tons and tons of themes to choose from, even with the free option. If your goal is to promote and have lots of people read your blog, you want to upgrade your stats, right? So we don't have any activity because we haven't actually launched our site, which I'll get to in a second. But to promote your blog and get people to read it, especially, you'll want to do tags and add tags to your website. It's like hashtags where people can find your content easier because you have linked subjects that are on your blog and is what your blog is about, so that other people can find that information. After you've finished editing your site and it looks the way you want it to, your site is actually not publicly available yet until you launch your site. When you launch your site, you can skip that for now, and start with your free site. And now our site is launched and it is available for the public to see. You can keep up to date with those blog posts. Those are pretty much the basics of setting up your very own blog. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to come into your local library branch or call and ask a librarian for help. You can also email the tech team at techteam@ccpl.org or call 843-805-6885 for more help. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.